Hello, I'm Corey Breininger, and welcome to the Architecture Model Shop. In this video, we're going to talk the most common used hand power tools that we have. It's the reciprocating saw, the hand drill, and we have a panel saw, which is a circular saw. So we'll be demonstrating how we can use all three of those pieces. And as part of the demonstration, sometimes in student models, there's a need to have a board or surface that has a cutout on the inside, like this line shows right here. And how do we get that? How do we make that happen? The way we're going to do that is, strategy would be that maybe this piece is too large, and you're going to cut it like this. Okay, so maybe this is going to get cut off right here, and a segment like this is what you need. Well, you would not cut that off first. The first thing you want to do is, in the large piece of wood that you have, because you can handle it, you can control it, is you want to get the inside cuts done first. So that's the order that you want to do these things. So that's how I'm going to show this. Then after that cut was made, I could take this to the bandsaw, or I could take this over to the table saw, and I could set it up, and I could cut this piece off, and this piece is done. So it's going to be a three-step process. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a drill press, I'm sorry, not drill press, the drill, hand drill, and I have a rather large drill in there. You'll notice that it's much larger than the blade itself. It's got a larger diameter because the blade has to fit down inside that hole. What I want to do is, I just want to come up and I want to drill down into the wood and all the way through the wood. And since this is round, I could just drill one hole. If this were kind of squared off, I would drill 4 holes in each corner, drop the blade down in, cut, 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 and cut. So I'll show you how that's done. It kind of works like this. I'm going to put on the safety glasses. Take the drill, the hand drill. Now what you want to do is, this edge right here in this corner, you want to eyeball that to real close to the edge of the line. Don't touch the line. Okay? It works the same as we did with the bandsaw. Leave the line. So there's one. And it sort of left an ugly cut on the surface, but that's okay. I'm going to do it again over here. Came loose. Okay. Had to just tighten it up a little bit more than I did. That's okay. You got through. We're fine. It hand tightens, so that's kind of the issue there, I think. So now that I have these 2 holes cut, notice I saved the line on both sides of it. I can drop the blade through. I haven't started the drill yet, or the saw yet, but I've dropped the blade down in. It's going to go like that. Now, on this particular saw, you've got some things that, if I can do it in slow, if I hold it down, it has different speeds. So, what I'm hoping to show you, I don't know if I can, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, the blade actually can go in and out like this. It's made to do that, and this lever does it. You want to set it on 0 because you want it to go straight up and down. You don't want it moving like this. That's too aggressive, okay? Set it on 0 so it doesn't do that. It also can blow air. I don't know why it has an on and off position, but it does. I'd always leave it on, okay, because that just blows all the stuff out of the way. Don't try to do this super fast. Notice that the blade I have on it, the way the angle of the teeth are, it cuts on the upstroke. And what that'll do is it'll actually pull the saw down onto the work. Okay, and that's really the only kind of blade you should have, but they do make them in the other configuration. But I wouldn't get something like that. You can also turn the saw on and keep it on with that button right there. And just a squeeze of the trigger turns it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it in the hole, turn it on, save the line, don't cut off the line. And I've made it all the way around to my second hole. Now, if you'll notice, I've left the line because all I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the spindle sander, which we showed in the previous videos, and I'll be able to sand up to that line. I'll just set this over the spindle sander, and that'll do it. So let me finish cutting it out. Now I'm going to run around the other way with it. Now, you might have noticed when I was cutting, there was a little bit of bounce, chatter. You need to apply pressure down on the tool. Otherwise, it will bounce and chatter back up on you. So it'll look pretty rough. I'll undo the clamp. It's important to know the difference between the two clamps that we have. This is a mechanical clamp. You screw it up good and tight. It has, you adjust it right here, press that, it'll slide. This one here, press that and it slides, and you squeeze it like that. This clamp can't get anywhere near the holding pressure that this clamp can use. So whenever you cut out things like this with the reciprocating saw, make sure you're using two clamps like this one. Don't use these, okay? That won't work for you. So now, if I undo the two clamps that I have, there's the work right there as it is. So I can take it over to the spindle sander and I can work up to my line and I can get a perfect, nice interior cut. Okay, now that we've cut out the hole using the hand drill and the reciprocating saw, I'm back over at the spindle sander, and all I have to do is just drop it over this thing, and I have to remember, to go against the turn of the tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it down just like that, and I'm going to turn it on. So remember, when you're sanding, you always have a dust mask on, N95, have your safety glasses on, and now I'm ready to turn on the tool. Remember, it's spinning this way, so I have to push against that. So I'll start right here. And you may have to sort of develop your, I guess, manual dexterity or something with it. Get used to doing this, is all. It's an aggressive cylinder that we have on. think I'll just do this one side and then show you something else about the spindle sander. So I'm just getting down to the line that I drew. Okay, I'll just do that 1/2 and show you the difference. So here's the cut out of the saw. Here's what it looks like after it's been sanded to the line. So it goes pretty quick. It's actually fairly easy to do. This particular spindle is not really the one that you'd want to have on there. I'm looking at the diameter of this, and that's a much better fit. So what you would do is you would find your instructor, find the lab tech, and have them come in and change spindles for you, or train you in how to change the spindle. This would make this much, much faster for you with the larger spindle on it. So there you have it with how to use the reciprocating saw, the hand drill, and then the spindle sander to get these inside shapes. Okay, so the actual last tool that I'm going to demonstrate for you is this cutoff saw. It's just a small version of something like a skill saw. It's much lighter, it's easier to handle, and the type of material that we're cutting, the type of material that we have, is such that you don't need a huge skill saw. They're super heavy, they're made more for construction sites. This works great for the type of material that we have here. So, but what I wanted to show you was this little tool guide. I brought this in, this belongs to me. I'm letting the campus use it. I'm hoping we'll get some in a requisition down the road for you. So you come in with this piece of material and you want to cut the thing off. And maybe the table saw has 3 people lined up on it. So here is an option for you. You can use the circular saw. I have a